All right, so here's the back side of your notes. So we're going to talk about parallel lines first. Parallel lines are coplanar and they never intersect. So this little symbol right here, this triangle, sometimes it's a triangle, sometimes it's an arrow. That tells me the lines are parallel. And then this symbol here is our notation, our symbol for parallel. I think it looks like two L's, just like the word parallel. Okay. So those are parallel lines. They are not coplanar, or they are coplanar and they do not intersect. Parallel planes are planes that do not intersect. So you call them plane and, right? When we name planes, I need to see the word plane. Here's this, I used this M and this N to name it. So those blue boxes do not touch. Therefore, they are parallel. Then skew lines. This is our new vocabulary word. They are not parallel. They go different directions. They are not coplanar, so they do not touch. So if you look here, PQ is the front bottom of my box. My line kind of goes left to right. VU, is goes up and down, but it's in the back of my box, so they do not touch. So you can think of like a bridge and a road going underneath a bridge. They are skew. They go different directions, but they don't touch. That's the whole point of a bridge. And there is no shorthand. We just use the word skew. And then perpendicular lines, hopefully we know this already. This is our symbol for perpendicular. They intersect to form four right angles. So if you want to put in some more boxes, technically, all of those are 90-degree right angles. So let's try this. Name 3 line segments that are parallel to AB. So here's AB. So I'm just going to go through and highlight all of the line segments that are going the same direction. And then this is how I named them. You could say CD or DC, GH, HG, EF, FE. It doesn't matter which one comes first, but make sure you give them segments, right? You use the correct notation. They should have a segment bar on top. Then number 2, plane parallel to ABCD. So here is plane ABCD. It's on top. So what's parallel to the top of the box? Well, that would be the bottom of the box, plane EFGH, right? If you put one hand on top and one hand on bottom of the box, your hands are not going to touch. Those are your 2 parallel planes. So number 3, what is parallel to DCGH? DCGH, the right side of my box? Well, parallel to that would be the left side of my box. How did I write that? EFAB. So it doesn't really matter the order in which you write the letters. Just make sure you get all 4 of them in there. Okay, the next one I'll slow down a little bit because this is new. Name 4 segments that are skew to CD. So I'm going to start by highlighting this is CD, right? And you'll notice it was one of our parallel lines up here. So you're not going to use any of these. All 4 of those are parallel. So we know those are wrong. And cannot use any segments with D or with C because that would mean they intersect. So what does that leave us? Here, AE and BF, right? They do not touch C or D, and they go up and down instead of like front to back. And then EH and FG, and I'll have those answers come up in a second. I just want you to look at the diagram. Look at the purple line. It's in the upper right side of my box, the upper right edge. B, and then the other 4 lines in red do not actually touch that purple line. They don't have the letter C or D in their names. Then we switch to perpendicular, and the hint for perpendicular is if it is perpendicular to GH, it must include the letters G or H. So in order to be perpendicular, it has to touch. So we have 2 lines touching H. We have 2 lines that include G. So I look at my names. The first 2 have the letter G. The next 2 have the letter H. If it does not have H or G, it cannot be perpendicular. When you're dealing with a rectangular prism here, we assume all these angles are 90